If I start snoring, y'all wake up.
We know you don't sleep. You just told us
That's
you don't
right.
sleep.
It is.
So the needles are very, very small. They're like
Let's
as
just
thick
show
as
them
your
then
hair.
go to the room.
Yeah, I'll make the guinea pig next time.
No, you can
So
go right now.
normally
yeah, next one
they're
then you
all
can do
sterile,
the dry needle.
individually packaged. So once we put one needle in, then you know, they get put back in these little containers that get sent to, you know, a place where they're recycled or disposed of, or you know, probably disposed of more than anything.
Sold.
Yeah, hopefully not. Hopefully not. So this is just an example of a tiny little needle. Okay, and I'm not gonna put this in yin tang. Okay, yin tang is right here between your eyebrows,
Okay.
and it's used for relaxation. Okay,
Don't you sometimes
He
put
looks
it
really
in the eye?
stressed.
Can you
in
show
the
me?
eye, not yet. There is a doctor that does put it in the eye. He
Yeah.
specializes in original.
Can you want to try it?
No, it's a specialty. Okay, here you go. So excuse my cold fingers, but we go like this. And that's it.
Now what did it hurt, Fred?
Now he just
Did
relaxes.
she do it yet?
Yeah.
Can you do the little pulse that to check how
Is
your
it
pulse
is
going?
it supposed to be that much blood?
Yeah.
You're mean.
It could be a little bleeding.
Maybe a stitch.
I mean, I don't know if you guys ever seen this skit in Saturday Night Live where there's this guy goes to an acupuncturist and then they start putting needles on there, but then all of a sudden someone takes a needle off and it goes psh, and then he covers and the guy's like, you know, shooting blood all over the place and is everything all right? Yeah, sure, sir, everything's okay, and there's blood all over the place, but that never happens. Never happens. Let me get so a lot of times when you come in for a treatment, depending on what you come in for, okay, you'll just we'll ask you a few questions about your history, what's going on with you, and why you're here. And then what we'll do is take a pulse. We'll come into your hand and do a Chinese pulse. It's different than regular. We know what's going on in the organs in your body through your pulse. What's going on with your pulse? If it's strong, if it's weak, if it's like a rope, tiny like a rope, or if it, you know, it's like it's got a little bead in it that runs. It all depends, and then it helps us with our diagnosis in order to treat you. So I'll look at his and, you know, see what's going on, and then we'll do both hands. And then usually we'll come in and do something like, okay, take out your tongue. Take out your tongue. Okay. And then we'll look at your tongue, and your tongue tells a lot about what's going on in your body. It tells us what's going on in your organs, your digestion, everything that's going on. We can tell by the pulse and the tongue.
What does the tongue tell you?
It could
By
tell you that
color,
if you, the color, the texture, if there's any lines in them, if it's what's on the side. Everything is there's an organ represented in each section of the tongue. Like the tip is the heart, so if it's real red for us, it means one thing. The sides are purplish, it means another thing. So that's how we figure out with the diagnosis of what to do. And these treatments are thousands of years old. They've been doing it successfully in China for a very, very long time. And we just started doing acupuncture probably in the 70s because it was brought over by Nixon. I don't know if you guys know the story. Yeah, he went over to China and got sick over there. And when he got sick, he was taken to what they call a TCM hospital, which is a traditional Chinese medicine place, and he got cured. And he said, "What the heck is this? You know, nobody gave me a pill. They gave him a tea. They gave him some needles, and he was fine." So he came over to the United States, and he says, you know, he was trying to fix the relations with China. And what he did was that he said, send me some doctors, some Chinese doctors, Chinese medicine doctors. And we did an exchange, and it came over here, and that's how it started to grow. And now we're pretty much, you know, all over the country. We are, you know, governed by, you know, different agencies. Board certifications are required. There's only about 2 states that don't have any licensing, I think it is. And you know, I wouldn't get acupuncture there because, you know, you need to be safe. You need to be in a place where you know that it's a trained professional that is treating you. So, and then pretty much that's what happened, and that's where we're at. Georgia doesn't have a lot of acupuncturists. Okay, we're one of the few places that do a lot of dry needling as acupuncturists. We have a lot of different.
Is that dry needling?
No, dry needling is different. This is acupuncture. The only difference between dry needling and acupuncture is that it's a repetitive. For example, I would see a muscle and see that there's tightness in this muscle, so I'd take a needle and just repetitively hit that muscle until the muscle sometimes spasms and relaxes. So that's good for muscular problems, low back issues, shoulder issues, leg issues, things like that. But then acupuncture does a lot of systemic things. You've got migraines. Acupuncture is fantastic for migraines. You have, other conditions, stomach issues or, constipation, asthma, all sorts of stuff. And it's pretty good. So
what happens on the first visit? What do you do? Like Fred comes here and then.
Hour and a half visit, first one. Okay, we ask you a history. What's going on? We sit down with you. We do a tongue, a pulse. We start treating you based on what your presentation is in Chinese medicine. And I tell a lot of the clients that we're usually the last stop. People come to us when they've tried a whole bunch of other stuff and it doesn't work. When they come to us here, we're the last resort. So we're going to help you. It could be one treatment, very few times it's one treatment, but usually, it depends on what it is. Could be 6 treatments. Could be a treatment that you've got a chronic condition that you're gonna come once a month for, to keep in check once we get it into a level where it's balanced and you can deal with it. So we offer different plans. We offer a membership. So if you are someone who has a chronic condition that needs to be here for quite a while, it's chronic low back pain or whatever, then the membership allows you to get a percentage off the price, and you can use that up once a month. I don't know if you're aware, but Medicare just gave the okay for acupuncture to be a modality of treatment for low back pain. So,
really?
Yeah. So then that's in the process. You're gonna get about 20 treatments, something like that.
Really?
It just happened. It just happened like a few months ago. So once Medicare does that, insurances follow.
What about arthritis?
Very good for arthritis. Our herbs are great for arthritis. We treat arthritis many different ways, and it is one of the things that we're also starting to get studies on. So the way that happened with Medicare is that the studies started coming back, saying that yes, there is improvement with the low back pain, and so now they've approved it, and so now we're all following suit. The insurances are saying, okay, we cover low back pain. It's going to happen with other things too. It just takes a little time for the studies to start coming in, and they've been doing these studies for about 10 or 12, 15 years now. So they're all starting to come in, and it's an alternative to the medications and the side effects of the medications you're taking. Okay, and our idea is not to get you off everything, but is to reduce dosaging. And if you can one day get off the medication, that's fantastic. But we want to work with your doctors in order for us to, just keep, your dosaging low. And it's something called integrative medicine that's starting to come around.
And a will.
Yes. So we're integrating holistic medicine with Western medicine is what we call it. Put it together, and all these medications that you see. Oh, take this for heartburn, but your right leg could fall off. That kind of stuff. So what you want to do is just, okay, let's keep the right leg from falling off. Let's work together, use low dosaging, and see what we can do.
Are you asleep yet, Fred?
Mm-hmm.
You doing okay?
Hello.